Good afternoon to everyone. I bring a cordial greeting from the Imbabura National Wildlife Park in Ecuador. Congratulations to the International Union of Geological Sciences for its 60th anniversary. I am not a geoscientist, and know a little about the evolution of planet Earth in each site seems fantastic to me. The territory of Imbabura province was designed as UNESCO Global Geopark in 2019. The site postulates to be part of the first 100 UGGp geological heritage site is the Cotacachi-Cuicocha volcanic complex. The technical team for this application is made up of Carlos Uvidia, geologist, Maria Ruiz, volcanologist, and me, coordinator of the Imbabura geopark process. Volcanic complex with a spectacular 3 kilometers wide active volcanic caldera with many documented records of violent historical eruption. The Cotacachi-Cuicocha volcanic complex is located in the province of Imbabura. It's part of the Western Cordillera in the northern Andes of Ecuador. The complex forms part of the volcanic front. This geosite is also part of the Cotacachi-Cayapas National Park. It is surrounded by a great biodiversity and a cultural heritage by the customs and tradition of cultured people. Morphologically, the volcanic complex is composed of a main edifice, Cotacachi Volcano, and several satellite domes. The basal building is 21 kilometers wide in east-west direction and 14.7 kilometers in the north-south direction. On this structure, there is an upper building built on a second stage of construction. The Cotacachi was a pyramidal shape that reached 2,400 kilometers of relief. At the top of the Cotacachi edifice, a solid was formed between the north and south peaks that was filled by andesitic lava flows. The southern peaks constitutes the highest point of complex, 4,939 meters above sea level. Around the main building, there are several peripheral domes, the Perivuela being the largest of them. To the southwest of the Cotacachi-Cuicocha caldera, which corresponds the abrupt elliptical depression between 3 and 2 kilometers in diameter with a body of water and several domes inside. The Cotacachi volcano is an extinct stratum volcano. where two large avalanches of debris are evidenced throughout its evolution. The first is considered the closure of the formation of the first volcanic building that occurred between 162 and 108,000 years before present. It's estimated that the second avalanche of rubble could occur between 102 and 65,000 years before present, being part of the development of the second volcanic building. The closure of Cotacachi-2 is marked by a sequence of lava flows that fill the crater. The Cuicocha caldera, which represents the most recent phase of the complex, has presented at least two phases of activity in 3,100 and 2,900 years before present, which makes it a potentially active volcano. Within the Cotacachi-Cuicocha volcanic complex, Cuicocha is one of the most powerful volcanoes in Ecuador. Its activity during the last 3,100 years includes the destruction of pre-caldera dome due to turbulent eruptions with pyroclastic waves. After the formation of the caldera, there was a lava extrusion that formed the two islands, or domes, that are visible today within the caldera and its accumulation of glacial water forming Lake Cuicocha. Around the caldera, there is a very well arranged path with 14.5 kilometers long, suitable to enjoy the geotourism. It's a beautiful place. Description. In this moment, we are installed information panels are being installed for the use of the guides and the facilitate geoeducation towards the community and tourism. There is an interpretation center, is a previous visit before touring the site. Since 2011, the APN Geophysical Institute has been constantly monitoring. Since 2016, it has published annual reports, and since 2019, it has been producing quarterly reports of CO2 and seismic activity, showing its importance in risk management. Many universities use Cuicocha to conduct geological, biological, and risk management research. There are some studies, for example, from von Hillebrand, geovolcanological study of the Cuicocha-Cotacachi volcanic complex and the applications in 1989. Another study is petrographic and geochemical study of the Cotacachi volcano in 2016. This geosite frequently is visited by geology, environmental, and tourism students as field trip practices. In May 2022, this geosite was visited by the UNESCO evaluation mission for the revalidation in Imbabura as UNESCO Global Geopark. Lady is in picture. CO2 measurements are made using the accumulation Hod method. This is popular by use in the studies, several studies for students from universities in Ecuador. Several communities of native peoples and cities such as Cotacachi and Otavalo, we very close to the volcanic complex. Therefore, it is necessary to work on risk prevention. And for that, it is necessary and monitor it and learn more about this volcanic complex. It is currently the most visited tourist attraction offered by the Imbabura National Wildlife Park, with around 200,000 visitors a year due to its easy access and beauty. The local consultative council of environmental education works together with the park rangers of the Cotacachi-Cuicocha National Park in reforestation and conservation activities and promotion of geotourism. This is the finish. Thank you so much. Muchísimas gracias.